In medieval times, this section of the ancient Roman Deer Street between Edinburgh and the abbey town of Jedburgh gained the Latin name Via Regia, or Royal Way. It was in fact by then a very important route of pilgrimage, and here at its midway point, Scotland's King Malcolm IV founded a resting place for weary travellers called Soutra Isle. Deer Street and Via Regia transported not only pilgrims, great armies and livestock into this area, but also herbs and spices from the far-flung corners of the globe. It may seem like a desolate place today, but Soutra Isle was once a centre of medical excellence. The largest hospital in medieval Scotland once stood here, just by the side of Deer Street. It was run by the Augustinian monks, and it was surrounded by vast church lands which funded its medical activities. It's just a tiny little byway now, but in those days it would have been full of travellers and pilgrims. Imagine the sounds and the smells and the noise. Not like today, eh, guys? Augustine monks were actually the leading practitioners of herbal medicine. They were completely self-sufficient, growing their own herbs for both the dining table and the infirmary. Incredibly, more than 200 different plant species, some used in medical application, have been found at the Soutra site. This is wild hemlock, a poisonous little beauty that still survived from those ancient times. I'll leave the sampling of that to someone else. And today, just north of Soutra, at Edinburgh's Royal Botanical Gardens, playing with potions comes with the territory. Modern-day botanists have recreated the hospital's ancient herbal garden, cultivating this quite dazzling display of herbs, poppies, and, of course, hemlock. I'm about to take part in a cookery class from the distant past, and rather riskily, I've offered myself up as a guinea pig for a medieval potion made from delicate red poppies.
The poppies are a homage to an ancient medieval formulation that was known as dwale, and it included opium poppies, which these definitely aren't. These are our common red field poppies, but the dwale itself had opium poppy, hemlock, henbane, mandrake root, so all the really quite potent herbs. It would knock you out for hours, about 12 hours, and it was used as an anaesthetic.
An anaesthetic? I find that really interesting, actually, because for years I've been making documentaries about various aspects of medieval medicine, and the assumption always is that everybody who underwent any kind of operation would be screaming with agony.
No, they weren't. They were out for the count and for hours on end. And if this noxious little nostrum didn't kill them, they would regain consciousness and they would make a full recovery, just minus 1 or 2 limbs, perhaps. You
do realise you've just debunked 12 years of my work, don't you?
Sorry about that, Tony.
But we're not going to make some kind of killer anaesthetic.
We can make a very simple, very safe red field poppy syrup. So it's just a small amount of the field poppies going in to warm water.
God, that's changed
It's
colour just immediately.
Changed, yeah. This is our indication that some of the compounds are coming out of the poppy.
How's this do?
When that's done, we can strain out the petals of the poppy. So it's a lovely colour.
It's exquisite, isn't it?
Yeah, really nice. We're going to add sugar. When this dissolves, we'll have our red field poppy syrup. There we are. Wow.
That's very nice. I could put myself to sleep with this.
Yeah, absolutely. You can imagine taking that just before you snuggle down into bed at night. That would just bring you a very restful sleep.
Thank you very much.
Very welcome.
There's no rest for the wicked allowed anyhow. I need to keep a clear head if I'm to reach the end of my walk.